Alrighty, guys, good evening. Hope you guys are a wonderful evening so far, guys. Tonight we're going to be doing more Overwatch 2. Oh, yes. Good. We are in holding pattern until the release of Rivals on the 6th. We'll be playing that. Good. Hope you guys are all wonderful evening. We're on the approach vector for Thanksgiving weekend, Black Friday, whatever you celebrate. I guess some people still celebrate Black Friday. We talk about it every year. Black Friday's been dead for a while. It's actually kind of weird how people are starting to figure out that it's actually not actually, they don't give you deals anymore. Like legit. Like legit, you don't find deals on Black Friday. Black Friday, guys, comes in 3 different forms. It's been this way for over a decade at this point. One is a deal you'll find any other time of the year. So not actually anything interesting or outside the ordinary. The other one is a limited item, in which there's only a certain quantity of them, like 3. And of course they sell out immediately. Those are the real actual good deals. And you are not going to get in unless you're first in line. And the third is limited run quantity items. meaning that they're only sold during Thanksgiving, and they're cheaper and shittier than normal. So something that you don't actually you wouldn't normally buy if it actually had legit reviews, but they're basically items made specifically for Thanksgiving, for Black Friday, and they're shittier than normal, so it doesn't really gain a bad reputation before they're gone. It can either be limited run models or limited run just a company that basically doesn't have a US brand at all. It's just some Chinesium that's rebranded. Good evening, KSA. Either way, all three of the things aren't basically worth your time, and the one that is, you know, you probably aren't going to get, because it's, you know, they have a quantity of 3 at the store, and that's pretty much it. So, yeah. Black Friday is a skamaz. That being said, if you're looking to buy something that you buy any other day of the year, it's a good time to buy shit. That is true, though. So, if you're like, you know, well, maybe I'm going to buy some vitamins or something, or some whey powder, or, you know, tires for my vehicle, because it's getting to be that time of the year, that's a good idea. But everything else is just garbo. It's just random shit. It's not worth buying at all. So, yeah. That's the way it goes, guys. The kids are figuring it out, though. I'm seeing trending posts about it now, as it turns out. Well, good, fun and good. Good. Tonight, guys, we're going to be doing some Venture. I started playing Venture off stream yesterday because I knew it was going to be a shit show, and it is. Venture seems to be pretty bad. Well, not like pretty bad, but is very, very limited. Your ability to actually perform well with the character is pretty terrible, which we'll talk about here in a bit when we start playing them. Yeah, see where things go with that, but yeah, I kind of doubt that I'm actually going to be playing them for a prolonged period of time. There's a reason no one's playing them, and that's particularly because they aren't, you know, putting aside the fact that the character looks like they're a hobo that was found next to a garbage bin out back. They just aren't good. And weirdly enough, their main weapon, even though it has very low DPS, has a very limited range on it, which is also weird. Yep, character design is a choice. And everyone, the weird thing is, no one plays the character, but on social media, they all like collectively outcry about the fact that Venture doesn't have any skins. Yeah, Venture doesn't have any skins because A, people don't play them, and B, they probably no one buys the skins that do exist in the game. There are some skins that you can actually purchase for the character, regardless of what Twitter says. And then that doesn't even include like owl skins, which, you know, they could also figure out, right? Yeah, they just, it is, yeah, not exactly prime real estate. Meanwhile, Mercy and Kiriko skins are printing money, because that makes complete sense, right? Yeah. Why is Mercy getting her ninth skin? Probably because she prints money. She literally checks out the machine and it prints money like a jackpot. That's pretty much it. Yeah, there's a lot of fucking dedicated Mercy mains. So much so the Mercy mains literally guilt people for not owning the Mercy breast cancer awareness skin. The pink Mercy skin. Which is why it's a meme at this point, because it legit is a skin that everyone really, really likes and just want. But yeah, she legit fucking prints money. And it's not hard to tell. Blizzard is a company, and they make skins for stuff that sells. They're in the market of making money, guys. I don't know why it's so hard to figure that out, but they actually want to make money, and Venture does not make money. I will say Venture is a pretty cool character to play. Kit-wise, they're pretty cool. However, they don't do damage. They just don't do shit, and then when you dive in, you basically die. Venture doesn't have enough, well, I guess maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves here. Venture doesn't have enough HP to, like, tank shit. Even though, like, they're kind of like me. I have to fucking sit here and constantly, like, patrol every time I say their pronouns. Otherwise, I'm going to make a mistake here. There are plenty, maybe that's why people don't play them, is because they don't want to make a mistake whenever they talk about the character. But yeah, like, it just, you have to dive in, but when you dive in, you're basically fucked. So there's like no, The sustain you have is from your shields from your abilities, but your abilities aren't like really spammable. So you get basically a small shield and then you're fucked. And that's not enough to keep you alive. Like the thing about it, like a lot of games, guys, the characters are pretty cool and they might be designed well. However, like balancing is really what determines how good the character is. Like it really comes down to the balancing. The kit for Venture is pretty cool. All the stuff Venture does is pretty cool. By the way, you don't actually dive into the ground fast enough. I've actually died. I've gotten headshot diving into the fucking ground already. You know, putting aside cheating in games, just being fucking horde right now. Legit had a fucking McCree yesterday off stream that was in the middle. No, it was when I fell off a platform like that. I got headshot. I got fucking headshot in the transition and falling off like a tiny little ledge like that. Like you could barely. I jumped into the ground, which they missed. So I went like this. They didn't shoot me there. They instead shot me immediately in the brain when I fell off a ledge. Not even fucking joking. So, you know, it's kind of a cool interaction in that you can, like, Venture actually has a model, but in terms of game balance, it's fucking terrible. And, like, look at the range on Venture's left click here. The Venture's left click doesn't actually do that much damage. It is 110 DPS. Soldier does 170. This is 110 DPS. On a direct hit, by the way. That's a direct hit. So you have to hit a direct hit, not the splash. It's 110 DPS. Venture doesn't do that much damage with their ranged attack. But the range on it is fucking abysmal. It is fucking terrible. Look at that. I can't hit that. Do you know how, like, this range, if it had, like, an extra 10 feet on it, it would be fine. But, like, getting just close enough to tickle the enemies is usually close enough for you to get completely screwed. Like, absolutely fucked. Like I said, just a lot of the things. And if you do the dive underground, you never have enough time to do a full charge. They immediately move out of the way when you do full charge, so there's no reason to actually full charge, and you ruin your initiative when you do it. At least from what I've noticed so far, full charge is what you want to do to actually get combos in, but you can't get the combo off because they respond to it right away, and they just run away. So you have to get out of the ground and immediately just, you know, hammer them. Also, Venture's left click, I don't know what the DPS is on it, but it's actually damage over time. So, Venture's left click actually does 70, I think it is, total. Like 70 total damage, which seems like a lot, until the fact you have to factor in that it's damage over time. And whenever something turns into damage over time, it's no longer than about, like the burst, right? It loses its burst, so why would you actually do that as opposed to just, like, left-clicking, right? It doesn't actually, the DPS for the left-click, actually, I don't think it's actually higher than... for your melee isn't actually higher than your left click. So, yeah. Here, let me restart and get my headphones on here. Immediately noticed some issues with Venture. There's a reason people aren't playing them. Regardless of how much the community claps like monkeys about the character existing and how good it is for the game, it's not really the way things work. So, yeah. Reality is quite a bit different than the functionality, or than how people have it, their mind canon. What was it? Head canon. Which is basically someone's envisioned fantasy of the character is completely different. It actually happens in the game. So, like, let's look at, what is the DPS of Venture's melee? We could probably figure it out. So, left click is 110 on direct hit, which is actually pretty low. It's 70 total. Actually, the DPS is quite high when you factor in... it's 40 over 0.4 seconds. No, actually, that is low. So, Venture's melee is actually... You know, melee isn't about consistent damage. It's about the burst damage of finishing someone off. and Venture does 30, which is basically lower than normal, and does an additional 30, just 30 on impact, and does 40 over 0.4 seconds, which is 100 DPS, which is actually pretty shit, once again. So, the only reason to do that is if you're trying to basically finish someone off, but the moment after the initial melee, there's no point in doing it. Immediately you're already doing worse than you are with your left click, and you don't need to be next to someone to do your left click. So it seems cool. It seems cool until you actually try to use it as a damage dealing ability, because it's not. You get stuck in the animation too, so you can't just
Sorry to bore you.
You can't just go straight into a left click and bypass the damage over time of the melee. So you can't just go straight back to damage after you hit with it. So you're stuck in basically being nerfed when you melee. The melee is a nerf. Like unless you're aiming for that 30 damage to finish someone off, it's a waste. You could just be left-clicking instead and doing more damage. There's a lot of really weird, interesting balancing decisions that they made with this character. Once again, the biggest problem with the character is engaging. You can legit give Venture like an extra 100 HP, and they still have a lot of issues. Mainly due to the fact that even when you go in, you just don't do the damage. So, like, you have your right-click, right? And that's pretty much it. And maybe you can get out of the ground, but you don't have enough time to charge this, so you have to get out of the ground, then immediately damage them. I just meleeed, I shouldn't do that. Just go straight into melee. There's no reason. It's actually worse. It's actually worse using your melee. Literally, keep most slowly. Also, you can't aim your fucking drill. The drill is a straight line. I don't know why, but it is. And then you do this, there's no reset either. You do that, you're fucked. So you go into the enemy line. Good evening, Michael. You go into the enemy line because you're not really a Tracer or a Genji going around the flank. That's not really the way the character plays out. You're basically a frontline champ, right? But there's no way to sustain. There's no way to sustain in the middle after you use your shit up. You can't sustain. Can't sustain, and you can't survive. Or, you can't basically do damage. You're just fucked. No, you can't sustain, you can't run away. Excuse me. That's pretty much it. So you have to go in, and then basically against one person, and hope you survive. If their teammates are there, you're basically dead again. And you can charge up the drill, but people just run away. Like, you just miss out the entire time on hitting them when you do that. They'll just back up and run away. Every single fucking time they'll do that. And there's no resets either, like Genji. Can't kill reset or anything, so you're just screwed. You're just absolutely screwed. And it doesn't have the sustain like Reaper does, or like your get out of jail free card is basically the same one you have to use for damage, so once again you're fucked. Makes it very, very difficult to play around the character. Or, play as the character, not play around the character. Like I said, very cool character, pretty cool to play, but just does not have the numbers to back up what they're trying to do with the character. Maybe if they had some resets in here, maybe if there's more sustain for your shield. Like, the shield, even if you don't use it up, like, wears off too fast. So, like, immediately you can see that some of the biggest problems with the character, I've had legit problems where when I'm burrowing, I die before I get in the ground. And I'm not talking about a respawn. It takes you like maybe a second to get into the ground. That's more than enough time for people to kill you. Especially fast, twitchy, Adderall-driven fucking hit scan heroes. Like, legit will kill you before you ever get in the ground. And so, burrow, basically, you don't go into the ground fast enough, and then the shields that you do get from your abilities wears off too fast. It's 3 seconds, and then they're gone. Like, why? Why does it go away so fast? They could make it 10, and it would still have issues. You'd still have issues. The burrow. It does, basically on min charge, does 55 to 37 damage, which is the guaranteed damage. Full charge, basically you're going to sit there, people have time to work around what you're about to do, and fuck you. And that's not what you want. Can do up to 110 damage, but you aren't going to get that, ever. Then there's their Q, which is great. Except people will immediately line of sight it, and it doesn't do anything. It feels like it should go through line of sight, but it doesn't. May they be too powerful? I don't think so. Venture as a character is not... I need to stop doing that. Melee is not where you want to be. You can also shoot at the ground, kind of like Pharah, but then you lose it on direct damage, so... Okay. Either way, it's going to be a shit show, guys. Just letting you know. Prefacing tonight's games, they're going to be a fucking shit show. It feels like when you play characters, guys, that aren't good in this game, it really makes you feel like you are not playing anywhere close to what you're capable of doing in a real world setting, and it makes you feel bad. Adventure's just not very good. Out of all the DPS, I'd probably say they're in the worst, one of the worst positions. Once again, it's not that the kit sucks. It's not that the kit sucks, it's just the fact that you can't, the numbers aren't there. Like, I can do that and drill into people. I've legit died on the way to drill people, like from full HP. On coming over to like kill a McCree. And going like that, and I legit die. Barely, like right as I touch them, I just die. It doesn't even matter that you're at full HP because there's not enough HP. What does Reaper have for HP? Is this still 250? No, he has more, right? Reaper at now. 300. Like, they could give Venture an extra, like I said, an extra 100 HP, and with the current kit would still probably... Some characters feel like they definitely should have more HP on damage side, because they just don't really have the damage to make up for it, so they should either be tankier or healer, and they're not. Metra? Metra's 250 too. Actually 275 because she always gets shields. Yeah, so even Symmetra has 275. Maybe Venture should get some armor? Well, everyone hates armor though. Generative armor. But Venture just has maybe higher shields, like with your ability. So when you do that, you actually get more than 25. 25? No, it's 30. That would also work. Like, a lot of things they could actually do to the character, they just don't do with the character. Sorry to bore you. Oh! Either way, this is going to be pretty terrible, guys. Just fair warning. It's going to be bad.
Let's make history.
No. Stay in sight, and I'll keep you safe.
No. You remind me of myself when I was younger.
That a compliment?
You be the judge.
Okay. Thanks for the compliment.
Don't know why you can't. Like, there's some quality of life issues too. Like, you can't drill.
No, no.
Clear skies. I'll change that.
Like, look realistically how far in the shoots. Like, the edge of the bus. Time to throw. Yeah.
No, 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 no.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Check your corners up there.
I already hear a Widow. Meanwhile, Widow can literally insta-kill you from across the fucking map. Oh look, I just got headshot! Wow, guys! What? Like, do they have the same people, like... Same people balancing all the DPS? Like, do they all just weigh in on what's going on? Because it feels like we're on a completely different, wavelength. You're like, yeah, Venture might do too much damage, and through using all their abilities, might one-shot people. Oh, by the way, we probably also have a cheater, so... There's that. Oh, good.
Let's try that one more time.
Also, meanwhile, Widow can top the damage charts in terms of consistent damage, too, not just... Yeah. Okay.
We're outnumbered.
Hey, look, I can do this. Oh, look, all my abilities are disabled now. Also, my team ran away. Which is an ongoing issue with... I've been headshot, like, literally in that little gap there. Ongoing issue in basically all MOBAs. Yeah, bro. You also can't really be healed when you're underground either. Oh, your tank got distracted. Look, guys, I can act as a distraction by running in. Like, your left click is almost the range you need to be, but it's not. And meanwhile, the DPS isn't even that high, so it's not even like, oh, why don't they just, Oh, look, there goes my ult. Actually, it didn't cancel my ult.
I can't die. I've still got more stuff to see.
I don't know why you can't aim your drill, too, when you're drilling. Like, small quality of life changes they could actually do. Also, I've been off-screen melee finishered multiple times on this character, meaning I get around the side of the player and they like off-screen melee directionally to me, which is something really fucking weird to be completely aware of someone's HP off-screen. But you know, cheating. I think normal. I would say that normal. So. I could have charged up more.
Back in action, baby.
And I died before I went in the ground. You get bopped up in the air, and then it takes longer for you to activate your shift.
Didn't quit. I won't either.
My soul is alight.
Over here!
Enemy seen. I've never walked with the likes of you.
Hiya. Checking in. I'm raring to go.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Heads up.
Oh,
Excavation initiation. Ancient history.
did it, guys. Ah, passive heal.
Enemy here.
I died before I went in the ground again. Like, they could make you dive in twice as fast, and you'd still have an opportunity for people to legit kill you. You know, Reapers, like, for instance, Shadow Cloak, it's instant, right? Yeah, no, let's, you know, it looks cool, in theory, but in actuality, when you're doing it, it literally makes this you just die, because you have this window of opportunity for people to kill you. Now, here, let's go grab this.
Watching out for you.
What's happening?
Hey, I see one.
Like, even if I had unlimited range in my left click, like, it wouldn't be even that big of a deal, right? Because it doesn't do that much damage.
Over here!
There's one.
Oh, no, we're dead. That's some really shit timing. Oh, look at our damage, guys. Yeah, yeah, doing good.
Back in action, baby. Oopsie daisy.
Stars? Yeah, they don't have a Genji. I wasn't actually shooting at her for heals. Where I thought that. Oh, gotta make sure that you deal with the passive aggressive guys.
Watch here.
Do.
We got this. Surprise! Good looking out. Enemy spotted.
Their entire team die. Alright. Oh! I don't know if I would have died if Kiriko didn't invulnerability, but, you know. Hey, look, guys. We played, and I'd say decently well, and did absolutely terrible. Like, you can't really use Venture to go play, like, flanker like Genji. It doesn't really work. There's no resets or anything. Or mobility. And your cooldowns are directly linked to your damage dealing. No. Pretty sure the Widow was cheating. Later on, no. At the beginning they were, though. Let's go take a look at the beginning of the gameplay. They definitely stopped instantly killing people about a third of the way into the match, I would say. Got lucky, guys. Here's me. Dead Kiriko behind the wall. Immediately knew the Kiriko left. Need to flick the right way. Free-aim on soldier through the wall. Off screen, flick with my brain. Good.
There they are. Get ready.
Free-aim on the Ana through the floor. I love when people use their infravision without using their infravision. Snap to the tank behind the wall.
No one can hide.
Oh, they decided that they should actually use their wall hacks with their wall hacks. I see. Well, now it makes more sense. Parallel linear acceleration. Velocity.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
Just keeping Widow at bay simply just by peeking in and out of the door. Good. Meanwhile, I'm doing things, guys. Oh, I almost died.
The payload stopped. Get it moving.
D-flick. Or flick back.
No one can hide from my sight.
Double kill.
Now I truly feel alive.
Ikea?
You must like
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
I'm on fire.
Let's get the payload going.
Still randomly poking people in the brains, guys. 3,000% accuracy bonus by jumping in the air. I wonder if that's an option you can take on an aimbot. Is just if you ever use your poking her in the air, it just gives you 100% accuracy. Whenever you see a widow jump into the air, guys, just hide and wait for them to drop to the ground. Pre-aim on Kiriko? Anna. Oh. Saw the muzzle a little bit before the end.
you dare touch me. EMP activated.
Pre-aim on the Kiriko that does not have infravision on. Instead of the two people that she does have infravision on. Kiriko right there. How do you suppose she's looking at Kiriko instead of the fucking Genji? I guess they don't even know, guys. Yeah. The Kiriko was not exposed by infravision, by the way, but the other two players were exposed by infravision. Although, you know, if I had to pick, I would definitely go after the healer, right?
Just what I needed. Just what I needed. Behind you. That's better.
Let the kitsune guide you. I'm on fire.
You implying that he cheats? So, Kefri used to be... This isn't a kind of a disclaimer here. Kefri used to talk very animately about cheating scene in this game, and then he caught a lot of flack from it from the community. And then he stopped, almost completely stopped talking about it, and became extremely, well, better than he currently is. Well, than he was. So, yeah. Go ahead. I'm not going to show it to you guys on stream, but I'm actually kind of curious. And it kind of feels as though it's one of those things, guys, where if you can't fix it, you join them. Oh. Let's see. Which is section. So I'm kind of feels. Let me see if I can do this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Kefri joined the dark side at some point. Even though he still gets flack for calling people out for cheating, he doesn't actually talk about cheating anymore. As far as I know, there's a lot of big streamers. Actually, yeah, no. Let me adjust the settings here. 1 second. Did he hit a shot that didn't look like a hit? So you don't think he is cheating? Well, actually, there is weird issues with hit registration in the game as well. So, yeah, just give me a second here. Need to find the. Oh, there it is. Okay, try posting it again. It should go through this time. I turned moderation back on. That's for all the shit boys that come through. Used to be Nightbot, used to take care of them, and they're the... Oh, I forgot I used to have a hand cam on, didn't I? I'm cheating you guys out of a hand cam. That's what I used to do in fucking... Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh. Oh, geez, I came back to Overwatch, guys, and I give you guys a hand cam. Speaking of which, I used to be a hand cam guy after I turned off my face cam. Let me see. I hit my camera a couple times here. But at one point? Can't tell. I hit my... I must have hit this. It's very dialed in. I guess I moved my mouse pad? Turn you guys, but it's gonna look weird. I don't think it's as bad as Call of Duty, though. There's a lot of people that hypothesize that there's DDA in Call of Duty now, which is entirely possible. Maybe my keyboard was in a different spot? So it's very difficult to move this, so I assume it's actually my keyboard's in the wrong spot. There we go. Speaking of which... I always have it over here? I think I did. There we go. Oh, I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me. Okay. Let me take a peek here. Sometimes weird shit like that does happen. Also, Carefree has fucked around with his setup quite a bit, so it's entirely possible he fuckered the netcode on his computer. Which one are you talking about? That one? What are you talking about? This one? You're talking about this one, right? No. Maybe. Aimbots do a lot of really fucking weird shit too, guys. His flick away too. He like flicks away from the tracer prior. After the shot. So it looks like this is what you're talking about here. Looks like this is delayed. Is he playing on off region? 73. This guy might actually be this is really fucking weird. I don't think he hit the wall. I don't think he hit the wall. Also got some dude, look at all the fucking desync going on here. Not desync, shit, what is it called? Fuck, why did I forget the name? VSync, you know, VSync protects against this, where the frames are desynced with each other. Look at all this. You can see there's multiple frames on this single frame right here. So what's happening here is this guy looks like they have a Chinese name, so this is a guy probably playing from China. The weird thing about this, however, is... the weird thing about this... So I don't think it hit the wall. This is outside the wall right here. This is right when the tracer came around the corner. The weird thing, however, is this player is in China, more than likely, so they're playing with the 200 ms ping. So what you're actually seeing is he shot the tracer with lag compensation. So this is where the tracer actually is in terms of the actual game, as opposed to where it looks like the tracer is with lag compensation. So this is actually a decent kill. But the weird thing is, if you're a normal player, you don't do this. So you would shoot at the tracer's face, right? And it'd probably miss. Well, depending on how the lag compensation works, then you'd probably miss. But the reason I think this registered is particularly because this player is playing from China. And this is a desync shot. But the weird thing is, and by the way, when you hold lines, this makes it even weirder. When you hold lines, you don't hold right on the corner, because you don't have time to react to the person coming around the corner, right? You don't have time to fire when they come around the corner. So you hold like right in here, right? But literally snaps to the tracer and kills them. But when the cursor or the tracer fires off, they're not actually where they got shot. It could actually be something weird with the setup too, where there's some sort of input delay going on here or something weird's going on here with the netcode. I don't know. Either way, when he pulled the trigger, it could be that he shot the tracer in the brain, but why the fucking crosshair is coming out here, I don't know. And he's done a lot of tweaking in the past, because I've looked at his, used to have a guide on it when I was tweaking my Overwatch. I was looking at his guide to see if we had any differences, which we do have some differences. However, this is some weird shit going on with the netcode. But once again, I can't tell whether or not he actually pulled the trigger here when he was over the tracer's brain, which would kill the tracer, or if it's accurate to the tracer right here, the tracer marker, which is the white line. And it could be the game actually saw that he pulled the trigger here when he went over the top of the tracer, but in actuality, like, it for some reason decided that it fired the tracer marker here. It could be he's limiting his there's a option to limit your net tick rate, and it could be that's what he's doing. I don't know. And this is sus. Whether or not this is legitimately sus, like it's a cheat, or rather it's just something that happened because he's tweaked the shit out of his computer to make things look weird, I don't know. But he probably pulled the trigger when his crosshair went over the top of the tracer. As to why the marker came out right here, I don't know. But I suspect it's something to do with desync. This is something where you could go back and look at the replay and see what the demo code, and see what the demo code looks like. So you get the replay code from the lobby, and then you go through the replay and then match it up with this. Because there'll be a difference, because the replay code from the lobby is what the server sees, right? And it should be very much in tune with what you're seeing on your end, unless something's fucked up. But your perspective, compared to the tracer's perspective, compared to what the demo looks like, can all be different from each other. And this looks particularly like there's some sort of weird shit going on with his netcode right now. And I don't know why. His ping looks relatively fine. But he clearly went over the top of the tracer, which is right about here. So he did actually cross over the tracer's brain, and it could be when he pulled the trigger. Which actually, if you look at his finger, it looks like it's the case. Look at his left finger right there. So he pulls the trigger here, you can see it in the camera, right? But even in the cameras, the webcams actually have desync as well. So there's also, this might not be in time with the actual video, right? So this might be not in time with when you're seeing something happen here. But we're going to assume that these are in sync with each other. And you can see basically he pulled the trigger based on his finger being depressed here when he went over the top of the tracer's face. Why the marker comes out right here, I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. And this is a Chinese player as well, which I've seen some really fucking weird shit with people that are using aimbots where they start... Like, you can it's called lag leading, lag targeting, where you basically take it, it's from the dial-up days, where you basically shoot where you think people are, as opposed to where the netcode's showing, because the netcode can actually be really shit. And it's going to end up being a little bit different than what you're seeing. So, like, if you think the tracer is leading, depending on how the netcode works for the game, it's going to be different for every game. you can figure out where to shoot the tracer based on their ping, which, obviously would be ridiculous considering how fast tracer moves. So you might actually have to aim over here to hit the tracer right here, because in actuality they're further along, and it depends on how the game calculates netcode. That's a really, really, really old ideology, and I suspect almost no one that plays games today, including streamers, actually knows what it means or how to do it. However, I've seen some really fucking weird shit where people will intentionally try to lag compensate their shots. That's not what's happening here, because you can see his finger depressed. That's not what's happening here. However, why the marker comes out here, I don't know. That would be when the server probably registers the shot, but then it should match where the shot should go here, right? This would infer that like he's playing with a high ping, but he's not. So you can see up here as a 73 ms ping. So it's not like this is something you'd see maybe as like maybe a tenth of a second, and this would be like 100 extra ms to his ping. You could be artificially. There's ways to inject the latency into your ping without it showing on your net graph either, or your latency, which is entirely possible. This in general is just really weird, and I'm only summarizing or hypothesizing why this could possibly happen. But I do agree it's actually really, really fucking weird. Yeah, and this is probably not. You can clearly see when he pushed the button. I mean, like I mentioned, there's legitimate ways this can happen. There are like intentionally legitimate ways this can happen. There is legitimate ways this can happen through cheating, and there's also unintentional ways this can happen if your setup is shit. And another possibility here is a pixel bot. So not a pixel bot. What are they called? They're pretty rare. Most people don't use them. Pixel bots are generally where it's image-based recognition or AI cheating. That's not what I'm talking about, though. Hover bots? No. Clickbot. What is it called? Basically, whenever you mouse over the target, it'll actually fire when it goes over the top of the target. Curiously, can you see when his finger undepresses? Not really. I mean, it's done now. Right about here. So if you look at his finger lift distance, which is tough to tell because it's a cam, it's right about there. It looks like he held down the fire button the entire time. From right about here. Right there. So he holds down the fire button for about a second, which is kind of weird if you're doing flick shots. See him undepress the key right about here. Once again, this is just roughly gauging based on the cam, because the cam is a weird angle. I mentioned before, you probably could actually make an AI-based anti-cheat that is based off camera movement, and you could compare it to what the game's actually seen. No one does this shit, because AI anti-cheat is literally like 6 guys at a company. Or, anti-cheat is like 6 guys at a company pretending that they're doing shit when they aren't. Right there. Once again, you can see the finger depress. Right about there is when he lets go. It's about a second. Maybe not a second, maybe half a second. What is this called? Not a pixel bot. It potentially could be a hover bot. No, shit, trigger bot. There we go, trigger bot. It's a pretty rare one. I almost never report people for trigger bots because you don't get to see when people hold down the trigger, so you can't really tell. It's usually just an aimbot from your perspective when you're watching a demo. But here you can actually see him hold down the trigger. Well, that just could be just normal movement too, or normal thing that he does. If you're still stuck on the hit marker, it's clear that something's broken here. I don't know, like, I'm trying to find behavior and reasons that this potentially happens. It's clear that it's broken. I don't know why. We're trying to summarize why it's broken, though. As to why this tracer is coming out right here, and he's, like, you could see when he shoots with his finger depressed. Why the hit marker or why the tracer comes out here, I don't know. And he gets a hit marker right here when he finally, like, if you look at the delay, there's a lot of delay here. So the weird thing is, we can look at not only the server registering the headshot, you can see when he first fires, this is about 100 ms difference here. I'd say it's about 100 ms. Like, look at this. So when he pulls the trigger, once again, there's 1 second, 0.3, and 0.4 is right about here. So this, if you can break this up in about tenths of a second, right? Maybe even 20th, so that would be 50 milliseconds. I guess maybe that would match the... Yeah, maybe that's 20th, so maybe that does match his ping. The 70 ms difference. But you can see it still doesn't make sense because from his visual perspective, you're seeing what he's seeing, right? So he's pulling the trigger. Well, he does pull the trigger right when the tracer comes in front of his crosshair. Right there. When his crosshair goes in front of the tracer, you can see him depress his finger, which is accurate. Then the crosshair, the shot comes out here. And then the hit marker comes out here. Kinda... like, what the fuck? And none of this is lining up with the characters. Like, his hand literally went V-shape. It went over the top of the tracer's face. He pulled the trigger here. The shot came out here. And then he flicked back over to the side here. And then the hit marker comes. So, like, I can only hypothesize what's going on here. And I don't think you'll ever be able to nail this down. It doesn't really make complete sense what's happening here. So, yeah. I don't know, bro. You can't. Good luck on that one. As I mentioned before, I do feel as though Kefri used to be very animate about anti-cheat. Oh, we still haven't reported the Widow. I should have done this because now I'm... Yeah, okay. Let's get out of here. Before I completely forget what I was talking about. And she's more noticeable at the beginning of the match. I should have finished this before I looked at that. So I'm probably forgetting stuff now. What a generous shot. I don't know. That was pretty weird. Yeah. So if you guys didn't know, there's actually a setting in here, which I can show you guys. Most people don't have it on because it causes issues. And you can do this outside of the game, by the way. Which there's a way to intentionally reduce your tick rate. Right here. But in general, this has a net negative effect on your game. So no one uses this in any way, shape, or form unless you have, like, dial-up. However, there are network adapters, killer nicks, that you can use to inject artificial latency and basically kind of cheat. But I don't know if that's what's going on there. Either way, as I mentioned, Kefri used to talk about cheating a lot, and now he doesn't anymore. And I don't know whether or not it's because of blowback that was caused because of it, or maybe he went to the dark side, I don't know. Either way, he used to be like one of the very few people in the community that talked about cheating. And then the community shit all over him, and then he doesn't talk about it anymore, and is extremely, extremely, extremely good, and somewhat sus at most times. Smart guy, so... You can't beat him, join him. I've gotten a lot of shit for talking about it. Talking about cheating in the community, too. So, not in his level, because he has 1,000 viewers or whatever. But, yeah. People don't like... Oh, we're dead. People don't like when you talk about Fight Club, guys, as it turns out. It's been that way for a long fucking time. I legit had cheat teams that would follow me around in Dead by Daylight and get into my lobbies. If you guys didn't know, back in Dead by Daylight days, or for a long time, you could actually put killers, or put people into a custom lobby without them knowing. It looked like they're queuing for quick play, when in fact they're actually, like, it's a step above stream sniping. It's not just stream sniping by queuing when they queue, but rather you would just put them in a lobby that you could get into, like a custom game. And it got to the point where basically behavior eventually fixed it, so the makers of Dead by Daylight eventually fixed it. They acknowledged it and fixed it, but it still took them like 4 months to fix it. But it got to the point where if I felt the queues were taking too long, or felt like weird shit was going on where my lobbies wouldn't feel, I'd just eject and leave the lobby and just start another one. Because it seemed like something wasn't quite right with what's going on with the matchmaker. Yeah. Can't make this shit up.
Coming through.
Yeah, they had what was it called? Killer bot it ran for about six months, in which they basically killer was they ripped the AI code. So Dead by Daylight put a training mode into the game with an AI killer. The fucking cheater scene ripped the AI code out of the game for the killer, and made it so you don't even need to fucking play the game. And the cheat would just operate without you using the fucking bot for the trapper bot. Yeah. You can't make this shit up. But that's hilarious when you see shit like that. That's not... rage hacking is not the most detrimental part of cheating for video games. Rage hacking is an extreme minority. 99.5% of cheaters are not rage hackers. They're your average Joe just trying to pretend that they're cool shit so that people pat them on the back. And in the case of streaming, you make a bunch of money doing it. So there is legit a monetary angle to cheat in video games because you can make money doing it. Yeah. It's not even just for shits and giggles nowadays. You can legit make a living doing it. It's just... I mentioned before, cheating in this game is so bad, it actually looks like the majority of like top streamers that play this game are cheating. And I'm just gonna go and say that.
Prepare your defenses.
It is legit that bad, and I don't really blame them, because if the game's just rigged, why wouldn't you just play the rigged game, right? Either way, cheating in this game is absolutely atrocious, and it's not difficult to do at all. You just type Googles. Do your Googles, guys. That's the cheating industry in a nutshell, though. It's pretty shit.
Violet has such potential for medicine and agriculture.
Sadly, Fishcar agrees. They want their
Apparently, by the way, if you're underground and you dash into someone, it doesn't actually do full damage. It does 5. So it's not the same thing as being above ground and drilling them. Good shit. Never use your C, ever. Unless you're below 30 HP.
1. Attackers incoming. Stop.
Yep.
Vamos, vamos. He's looking out.
Yeah, my fucking shots don't go far enough over to the spawn door. And I just got shot before I hit the ground. Yeah. You actually apparently fall faster? Oh, I wasn't the Widow. Alright.
Out of the crypt and into the quicksand. Ah! Surprise!
Good shit.
The payload needs to be stopped.
Burrow was not up, guys.
Hablarán de mi muerte a lo largo de la historia.
Yeah, whatever they said.
Yeah!
You can just go over the top of that. There you go.
That one hurt.
Puputria? Dude, why don't I fucking shoot full distance? Nope. Nope, got stuck on the cart. We didn't go into the ground, guys. I wonder if he can burrow into the cart and sit on the cart. I might have been able to do that.
Keeping the heat on. See you in a few thousand years.
I don't know why you can't angle. Like, use your drill and, like, propel yourself in different directions. You can only go in one line. There's a lot of weird, it almost feels like Killers when they released some Dead by Daylight. A lot of weird restrictions on the character. So, you are way in there.
Excavation initiation.
It is amazing how fast or how easily people can dodge your shit when you go into your ult with Venture. No, we don't want to go up there. I should have went away. Meanwhile, there's just fucking walking aimbots, guys. Weird delay on trigger. Where he's just sitting there on target and he didn't shoot me. Beep-a-doo. Dude, you literally fucking get handled when you play fucking Venture. We're dead. There's actually, you can't just go straight behind the tank. There's a little, like, grace window behind the tank where you, like, his ult goes behind. Grace period, grace window. Radius is so fucking small. The radius is so fucking small on your left click, like you can't even use it like a flak burst. It's too tiny. That's what she said. Can't go through that guy's wall. Weird you can't go under a fucking wall as the guy that fucking burrows, huh? Guy being just a rando. The individual that burrows. Not where they went. Alright, bye. Dude, why can't I fucking shoot further? Almost died before I got on the ground. Like, why is my left click so restrictive? See if I can go into the cart. like, you know, the damage you do with Venture would be fine if you had more HP, like an extra 150 HP or something, or an extra 75 HP. Extra 100 HP. But you don't. Look at my left click, guys. It's so small. It's so tiny. Your friends are dying behind you, bro. And I got a headshot. Yeah, I know that. It actually feels like the tank, like the wall should be bigger. The thorns damage and the AoE for the thorns damage should be bigger. Hey, buddy. Oh, we're gonna get stuck. We're dead. Again.
60 seconds
Like, we're getting solo. Well, actually, it wasn't a solo. We had a team behind us for a bit. Yeah, poo-poo tree already. Have an entire enemy team trace? Oh, our teammate's dead. Like, best case scenario, and we tied the Genji that wasn't doing very good. Yeah. And healers tried to keep me alive. We had some good pulls in there. We had some good heals in there. Jerk off the healers. I don't know. It's not even like, it's not even that Venture's kit's bad, or that like the kind of combos you can do with Venture are bad. It's just that you just don't do enough at anything that you do. You're neither like a sustaining kind of bruiser, nor are you like a dive DPS, nor are you like a range DPS. Like, I feel as though it is important to note, guys. It's important to point out that the left click on Venture does 110 DPS. This does 110 DPS. The range is fucking abysmal. It's always just a tiny bit too small. And even if you try to actually do AoE damage, you have to be really close to the target. And the damage fall off, and it's pretty extreme. So it's not even like you're doing 110 DPS to everything in like this radius, right? The damage falls off pretty hard. What is the damage fall off? And then you lose a direct shot, which is a big deal. Direct shot is like 30 or half your damage. What is it? In order to do so, like the AoE is separate from the direct damage. You basically have to hit your drill shot, but to be in a position to do that without instantly dying is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It does 35 direct and 40 explosion, so it's like half. So if you don't direct shot someone, you lose half your damage. So it drops from 107 DPS to 50. And the damage fall off is 40 on the edge of the explosion to, excuse me, the center to 12. So it drops down to like, what, 12 DPS? like 25. And the radius for that is tiny. Like, there's so many different ways that they could buff this character to make them work in so many different ways. And it just doesn't do anything well. They just don't do anything well.
I'm on fire.
Absolutely fucking crazy. Cool kit, though. Like, the character themselves is pretty cool.
See you in a few thousand years.
Like, every single time I fired, I was just barely out of range to do anything meaningful. Because, as it turns out, their hit scan literally shoot across the map. So, yeah. And it's not even a hit scan weapon. Also, weirdly enough, there's a grace window when you burrow where it'll continue charging even after you push the button to exit the ground. No idea why. Just adds the character to make them more convoluted. Because then, like, where you're burrowing and lining up your shot, like, if I stop, it actually continues to charge a little bit after I let go of the button. Makes it even weirder.
Old news.
Head scratcher, guys. Fun character. Like, just, like, from, idea, pretty cool character. Like, as far as the stuff you're doing with them, it's just all not enough. It just doesn't do, you don't do enough. Reaper does an insane amount of damage if you get it close to people, comparatively.
Let's see. Cause of death. Me. Oopsie daisy.
You don't get resets for your drill either when you kill people. They could give you a drill reset. So many different things you could actually do with the fucking character to make them better, and they just don't.
Done and dusted.
It does look like the radius gets bigger. Maybe not. Always the same size. Is it?
Let's make history. Hey there.
Who taught you the blade? Yes, master in the
Making sounds with my mouth. Like your mom did last night. Oh my god!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Hiya.
Now I have no cooldowns, guys. I used all my cooldowns to get in. Oh, I was just gonna drill that shit. Didn't fucking get a chance to finish drilling so I could go in the ground.
Enemy over here. That one hurt. Ah, coming through. Over here.
Like, it's kind of sad that your right click is better. Your right click is better at running away than your left click or your shift is. Not gonna make it. Didn't make it. Oh, don't worry, guys. You just drill into the ground. Oh, look. You didn't get in the ground in time. Isn't that great?
A sniper. Watch your head.
I am such a klutz.
Enemy here!
An enemy. My might.
At least I can get back to the front lines fast so I can die fast. Can't get in the ground. Like, if they just made it so you're invulnerable the moment you start drilling, you'd still, like, it still would have issues. Who the fuck balanced this character? I want to know. I want their numbers, guys. And tank ran away. Help the tank run away, tank ran away.
Do something. Never said it'd be pretty.
Joan of Arc didn't quit. I won't either.
No. We are the tank, guys. What the fuck is the tank doing? Fucking, I guess they're the DPS and not in the tank? Too bad you can't fucking use your save. Alright, I don't know why they're solo ulting me again. Good for them. Oh, you want the Venture so bad, don't you, bro? Don't you? Huh? Fucking entire team just threw trying to kill me. That's fucking great. Be kind of curious to see what we can get our stats up to. I don't know what good stats look like. Like, I look at top 500 stats for Venture on the couple people that actually have Venture up there, and they're lower than this. I'm not exactly sure what that means. Literally just fucking evaporate. Once again, there's a lot of things they could do to this character, guys. Either improve DPS, improve survivability, quality of life changes,
Where Aurora changed the world forever. I am gonna freak out.
and just there's none of it. It's like a half-baked character.
5, 4, 3,
It's all fun and games till you realize how fucking worthless your shift is. When you literally die before you fucking get in the ground. Even when you cast it like half HP or something, you just heal over. Very shaky looking aim.
Let's try that one more time.
I see one off the objective.
Surprise! Yeah, we're outnumbered.
A fucking glacier here in a second. Wasn't that great? Pretty sure the Ashe is cheating. See though. It's got one tapped. That's cheating as well. That was pre-aim on the tank through the wall. Correct pre-aim on the tank through the wall. Good. Hey, buddy. Yeah, this guy's 5,000% cheating. I don't think we're going to look at the replay on this guy. We'll look at the replay on the Ashe, though. We're just going to report him at the end.
Baby.
And my fucking left click is... Look how short it is! It's so tiny! It's so tiny! We made it in the ground? We made it in the ground. There's Poo-Poo Tree. Right when I'm about to emerge. Good. Nope, didn't make it into the ground in time. Literally start drilling, quarter second later dead.
I won't either. Coming through.
Round 2, loss.
Good.
Score 1-1.
I wish violence never solved anything. It would make peace so much easier.
Impotent in so many different ways, guys. The thing about this game, guys, especially when people are cheating, they love trying to fucking continually dick on you, which just makes it worse if they think you're underperforming. Much like MOBAs. But it's mainly with pre-mades.
Gotcha.
Like, it's just like an advertisement to where I am. Like, then, like, just me left-clicking is just saying, hey, look where I am, I'm trying to kill you, and it gives people time to fucking shoot you. like, you have, hey, brud, I'm trying to kill you. Here, look at my maneuver where I'm trying to kill you. You see that? You notice how great that is? Let's see if we can actually go over the side. Oh my god, we can. We're dead, but good to know.
Let's try that one more time. Enemy here.
I am on the objective. Report here now.
Hey, I see one.
We make it in the ground? Whoa, whoa! I almost killed him, but not really, because I don't do that much damage. My right click was up. The Cree Chanzel's kind of fucking weird. We'll take a look at the end.
I'm okay. I need a hand here.
Burn all my cooldowns to go across the map, and then have absolutely nothing when I get to the point. We have a poo-poo tree, don't we? Yeah.
Excavation.
I killed your friend! Oh! I'm the tank again, guys. Missed everyone. Missed fucking everyone. Oh, we cleansed the purple. That's kind of nice. But, you know, if you're dead, it doesn't matter if you can cleanse purple. Oh, I'm in the ground. I'm in the ground. Can't shoot me. Can't shoot me. All right, we're gonna report this guy immediately. 'Cause we definitely cheating. Is that me? There's no way. Oh, that's fucking Bridget. There's no way. Right. Let's see. And it didn't save. Okay, let's take a look at Ash now. Seriously, how poorly did we do? E35 is not bad. Damage still shit. Like, we're tying the secondary, so where I guess the game is placing us as a secondary DPS. The game will load basically each lobby with a primary damage dealer and a secondary damage dealer. And usually, like when I'm playing Pharah, it puts me in the primary damage dealer category. But we're not now. We're basically a secondary damage dealer. The game has downrated us to support damage dealer. You know. Actually, is going up. That's good. Let's take a look at the Ash. Means the game doesn't think we can carry, which is entirely true. Got the entire game? Yes.
You won't get the best of me.
My ultimate is almost ready.
None of this administered.
Guy has really, really stuttery aim. Holy fucking shit. Look how fucking shaky this guy's aim is, too. One is not latched. Just up close? Come on, tank through the wall. Does he even know what the fuck he's looking at? Just flicks randomly behind himself for some reason. Snap to the... Was it Kiriko through the wall? What is that? It is a brig. Right there. And then again as he's coming around the corner. But I don't think he realizes that guy's actually behind a wall. A second wall, that is. Which occasionally happens when people are cheating. They don't realize how far behind structures they are. Snap to the brig behind the wall. Snap to life where this guy's 100% cheating. Jesus fucking Christ. Was it like a minute and a half in? They toggled. That was. Is this a... No, it's not aim assist. Not cross-platform. And my cut and paste is missing. I can't copy and paste, guys. All right. He's playing with the trackball. We've seen people that look like they're playing with the gamepad too, but so aim assist you only get aim assist in this game if you are on console. If you plug in a controller on PC, you will not get aim assist. It's only on console. So unless they're cross-platform, they can't have aim assist. It just doesn't happen. Alright, now let's take a look at McCree. You guys all have weird-looking names. Let's fast forward after the Ashe started cheating too, which is about this far into the match. Maybe it was 2 minutes she struggled on.
Life meets your life.
You didn't like magazines?
Watching Genji through wall. Clickaways. Remember where I talked about the pedal platform takeover? Not exactly sure that's what's happening here. Really, really likes the pedal platform. Tracking me behind the wall. Cracking the brig behind the wall. Click away. Cracking the Genji behind the wall. Oh, I'm not looking over there, don't worry. So, once again, it is important to note while there is XY. There is XY sound in the game, so you can figure out where they are on the XY plane. There is no Z axis. You can't figure out exactly where they are. You can kind of maybe try and place it. Like you can hear the climb sound, so you know they're climbing up a wall, right? But you can't gauge the direct position people are at based on the audio in the game. The game does not have a Z axis for audio. You can hear the guys over here, right? Like now. So it looked like this guy got weird at the same time, striking me through the wall. This guy started cheating at the same time the Ashe did, so they're probably pre-made with this guy. 3-stack. Watching that guy through the wall. Just firing at air when nothing's on screen. Pretty sure this guy's cheating. He has a wall hack. I don't know about, trying to figure out what kind of aimbot this guy has.
Life protects life.
Notice how... So sometimes, depending on the aimbot, when a shield pops up, it won't actually... The player will not actually shoot at the player through the shield. So if someone puts up a shield, basically the game, or the cheat, will basically account or tag the person as being behind a wall. So what you'll see is sometimes, depending on the aimbot, when someone puts up a shield like a Reinhardt or Brig in this case, what you'll actually see is the aimbot basically turns off and they just start fucking randomly shooting all over the place. Sometimes they won't even hit the shield because Briggs is smaller than Reinhardt's, for instance. Instead of aiming at the character, like if you assume you're going to be able to hit them, right? Briggs' shield's not even up right now, he's just missing a bunch. But when they're shooting, it'll actually detach from the model, and instead of shooting them directly, basically just miss a bunch. Not what we're seeing there, though. This guy definitely has a wall hack. Once again, trying to figure out what kind of aimbot this guy has. If he has one.
They want to fight, huh? Let's give it to them.
Bring him on the break through the wall.
You'll need more grit than that.
Help me! Here it comes!
The Ash was over there prior to hearing him. Yep, that's everyone behind walls. All for me. Hit me prior to coming around the corner. There was sound. I'd actually say the aim looks relatively normal too. Click away.
Do something!
Score. Dream of power. 1. Round 3. Capture the objective.
Not nearly as straightforward as either Tank or Ash.
I'm your Huckleberry. I'm your Huckleberry.
Right away.
I'd say if anything, he has soft aim or tractor, where it heavily draws your aim to the character as opposed to flicking to him or snapping to him, which causes people's aim to rubber band back from the top. He just looked at me directly through the wall again. This guy 100% is a wall hack. We saw that in the kill cam, which looked kind of weird. I was like, maybe he saw me through the pedal platform because there's little like skylights on it. There was not.
All that a fair fight.
Doom fist through the wall, which was not making any sound, by the way.
Thanks. Hello.
They're on the point. Send them back.
So little fucking damage. Oh, we made it in the ground, guys. We made it in the ground. A turtle has made it to the water. Looks like when there's multiple enemies around, he just fires at nothing.
Eyes sharp this time.
Not close enough to the target.
All patched up.
So small. They're so small.
Much better.
Yep, our team's right there. Yep, that's our team, bro. That's our team. That's also a wall. Oh, yep. Got to make sure you check exactly where people are. This guy's 100% cheating. So the weird thing is about his aim, I'd say it still looks relatively normal. He definitely has a wall hack, though. So, which is this guy. Yep. Yeah, this guy was most definitely cheating. Platinum. Good for him. Good for him. Now he's a GM. Is it Platinum or Masters? Plat, right? Diamond. Oh, that is plat. Blue is diamond. I fucking hate the icons. Yeah, because it has the wings. Diamond? Not a diamond, he's a platinum. Not fucking miss. Plat 2? It's another plat. That also doesn't fucking miss. Good for them. Origin story? Ah, used to be a gold. When did they decide enough was enough? Like in season 4? Plat, they always wanted to be. I feel like one rank climb, that's not that big of a deal. And we also had... Alright. I never report people based on stats, guys. It's only because of the stuff we see in the game. Stats don't matter. And by accounts and stats will be all over the place. Sometimes you'll even see that, like, someone's a gold in their entire life, and all of a sudden they become a GM and Masters. Out of nowhere. Good for them. Do you, I buy mice with more than 1,000 hertz. Depending on the game that you have, it will work, and some games it won't work, so... take it with a grain of salt, and it also depends on your computer, too. Above 1,000 hertz is a shit show, and... it's not something that... It's not just straightforward better. It should be, but it's not. And for instance, I will switch back and forth between 8,000 and 1,000, and sometimes 4,000, because certain games will work well with other, will work well with 8,000 hertz, and some only work with 4, and some with 2. And then sometimes it depends on, you know, how much the game's stressing your computer, too.
Really drilled it in, huh?
I guess there is a guaranteed, so even though the DPS is lower than a left click, it guarantees that you're going to hit, right? Maybe that is better than trying to left click someone in close quarters. Bit nipply outside right now, guys. Definitely getting down to December weather. It was summer for a long fucking time this year in Wisconsin. But is it necessary? No. Is it fun? Sure. If you want to tweak something. I think you're still fine at 1,000 hertz. I think what matters more than refresh rate is basically how good the computer or the mouse is, the firmware on it specifically, and not just the sensor. Some mice will tolerate things much better than other ones. Artings does pretty good reports on mice if you're looking for objective reporting. So benchmarking. There's very, very, very few outlets that actually do go through shields. It doesn't even go through shields. There's very few companies that do objective reporting for mice. Basically, no one does it. Almost no tech tubers do it. No reviewers do it. Artings does. They got a nice look at the table tool, and then compare things in the table tool. Which is where I found my current mouse, which I have an endgame 8K. Which is pretty good. I'd say it's an upgrade from the Razer 8K I had. The Viper 8K. Still trying to figure that one. I think so. Pretty sure. Razer mice have a problem with longevity, though. They always go to shit. Doesn't have LEDs in it, which makes me feel bad. I do enjoy having my my mouse pulsating, but you know, can't win them all. But no, it's not necessary. Just a fun fiddle. I mean, it was basically about the same price as buying a high-end mouse, so wired high-end mouse. So I didn't really like even pay more for it, more or less. I was actually just considering buying another Viper too. I guess maybe we'll try meleeing again when we get in close quarters with people. Mouse also has a couple other cool features, which you can toggle on. More preference than anything, which is like angle snapping, as well as motion sync that you can turn on and off in the mouse. Most mice don't actually allow you to turn it on and off.
But I know we'll recover everything we can.
I think you're being lied to.
Systems online.
Gotcha!
We're all friends. Like, they can make her shield literally... Excuse me, their shield. They can make their shield last for, like, 10 seconds, and it still wouldn't be that big of an issue. And I ate that one. Our tank went in. I just fucking used my dash on nothing. Oh! I didn't get a chance to go in, guys. It'd be great if you didn't charge. Like, there's so many things you could fuck. This cool character itself is really, like, the kit is really fucking cool.
Joan of Arc didn't quit.
There's so many different ways. Like, you can make it if you don't actually charge it up when you breach the ground. Like, you get a dash out of the ground, right? So you dash out of the ground, it just doesn't do as much damage. No! Fuck you, bitch. Oh, get drilled, bitch. Okay, bye. Our tank went deep. Actually, it's not our tank. He fucking got solo ulted. Huge waste, by the way. Like, if you could charge up, you jumped higher into the air, too? Right? Alright. Maybe you do jump higher into the air, it's not much. Maybe you do jump higher into the air the longer you charge it.
In progress. Payload's waiting on us. That really helps.
Oh yeah.
Payload's on the move.
Go inside. There's no one here. Oh, get fucked in the ass. Oh, like the character, like I said, is fun, but they just don't do the numbers. Oh, right click, right click. If I right clicked, she would have been dead. Doing that takes too much time, too. It gives people more than enough time to set up
Hablarán de mi muerte a lo largo de la historia.
to get there in time.
Coming through.
But I'm doing work. Don't say me.
Don't forget the payload.
I'm doing mad work. Primary damage dealer. Buddy. Missed. Oh my god. Oh, I drilled into the wall.
Team kill.
Yep, no. Can't out-heal the healer, guys. Can't out-burst the healer, can't like damage the healer. Just does not work. This guy has a hard-on for me, too, now. Is he cheating? Okay, bro.
Let's try that one more time.
If... Not faster.
Over here.
And he just left.
Are we forgetting something?
And didn't get into the ground in time.
That's a bump on the noggin for sure.
No one's looking for Reaper. Okay. And thanks AFK now.
On the move.
Christ, it's like you're fucking stalled when the tank decides that they're just done. Sure. Guys following me around. Yep. Hi.
Coming through.
Take it?
Excavation initiation.
And basically you're just fucked. When the moment people decide to jump anywhere, you're basically fucked. You have an entire ultimate, guys, that is literally ruined by height. Like little tiny walls and height.
Joan of Arc didn't quit. I won't either. Repositioning. Ah, oopsie daisy.
And the tank's being a fucking diva and giving up.
Time's almost up. Let's make a move.
We need to move payload.
Good. Huh? You can't actually go over the edge there. Fucking hilarious. This guy's just following me around for some reason. Alright, bro. Outside the radius. Not sure how I got hit. Maybe it jumped up into the radius? Oh, fun. It's great. Good job on the balancing, Blizzard. You literally have a fuckboy that's following me around because he's not getting punished for anything he's doing. Next game. Well, we're playing a pretty weak character. Incredible. The tank just giving up and doing dumb shit also wasn't helping things. Shit about you, bro. Thus is the way with Venture. Lots of potential where you possibly... Fun character, too. Lots of potential where you could actually play them and do decently with them. They just... The kit is just not balanced. Like, they just don't do damage.
Head spinning.
Which is why no one plays them. You can't sustain. You can't tank.
But not forgotten.
Can't run away. Even the runaway ability... Sometimes you just die before you get in the ground, which happened a couple different times that game. Just die before you hit the ground, even though when you push it well in time. It takes like a half a second for you to go in the ground. And it's enough time for people to kill you. Maybe not half a second, it's like a quarter second. More than enough time for people to kill you. They can get 2 shots in there before you're dead. Or 1 shot, depending on the hero. And the moment, this in a nutshell. Just in a fucking nutshell. You jump up on a fence, and their alt literally doesn't go over the fucking top of it.
Excavation initiation.
Look at this. Look at this. You hop on a fence and you're safe. Why is that a thing, Blizzard?
6 feet under.
Why is that a thing? Oh, buddy. There are so many things they could do to this character to make them acceptable that they clearly don't actually do. So many different things. There's so many... At the very least, give them like extra 100 HP, and then you'd be alright, you know? Hey, is that even enough? I think that's enough. Because the damage on them is atrocious. Why does my left click have a range, too? I also don't understand that. Why does this have a range?
I'm only guilty of stealing hearts.
Guess it's a good thing I'm heartless.
Oh. Didn't he even let him in there, huh? You know how hard it is to make advances like that, Ash? It's very easy to make a shitty quip. It is so easy to make a shitty quip. But putting yourself out there in the first place, that takes actual effort.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
There's no way this actually can do anything. Range of my left click is so small. I just died before I got in the ground! Again! Bap can deploy his lantern faster than I can get in the ground. Scream through the wall.
Coming through.
I died again before I got on the ground! Yeah, like I mentioned before, fun character, but absolutely fucking terrible balancing. It's just kind of Venture in a nutshell. And no one gives a shit about you either. Like, it's like the shitty thing. Is like no one, like, they know that your character sucks and they don't even, like, there's no fear. Hey, I got into the ground this time. Yoink.
Good as new. Heroes
And we just got headshot in the middle of the air. Or body shot in the middle of the air while I was drilling. Oh yeah, was it even meant for me? I don't think it was.
Such a klutz.
Alright.
Group up.
Zenyatta is here. Meteor strike.
Alright. We should have went to the point. Alright. Another widow? Actually, they had a widow.
That really helps.
And see my shifts on cooldown? Didn't get in the ground. Although that was a little bit faster. Oh.
That's a bump on the noggin.
Well, it's safe to say, guys, I don't think Venture's gonna work. I wanted to give it a little bit of a try here before we gave up on them, but yeah. Venture has some serious issues with their kit.
Gotcha.
Ash is following me around too, which is not helping. Yeah. And died before I hit the ground. What?
In action, baby.
He's just holding down the button and his crosshair just went to my brain. What? What?
Excavation initiation. Keeping the heat on.
Oh.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
What? Oh. Oh, you can drill him. You following me? You following me, Zen? Huh?
Out of the crypt and into the quicksand.
Meteor strike.
Oh yeah? You don't do enough damage on your drill, and you can't follow it up immediately. Like if you did like a dash with your melee, like a small. This guy might be cheating. If you do a small dash with your melee, to keep up with the momentum, that after you drill the target, like it actually might matter, right? But it doesn't. So, pretty shit character, guys. All right. I think we're gonna go back to Farah, guys, for tonight. I think we're done with this for the time being. Play one as Farah. That's fucking atrocious. Unreal. Like everything in the kit, like the kit itself is pretty good.
Let's make history.
But the numbers on the kit aren't
Perfect hit.
good. numbers on the kit aren't good. There's a lot of existing restrictions on the kit too, which makes a lot of things that you do workable. Like the enemies can play around it. There's counterplay to things that don't do a lot of damage, which doesn't make sense, right? You put counterplay into things when you're doing things like Widowmaker. Although Widowmaker really doesn't have counterplay, besides don't get brained. Don't get brained, bro. Is the counterplay to Widow.
Aerial positioning underway. Going down. Messy, but we got it done.
Double, triple kill.
Multiple hits confirmed. Where's your jetpack?
So, I guess it's the end of our venture arc. It lasted all of one stream. Not even half a stream.
Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
Good shit. Kinda sucks, guys, like when people don't need to take you seriously on a character because it's that bad. And that does not sit well unless you're fucking around too, because they know you can't do anything. It just makes it even worse. Insult to injury.
Strike from above.
We played this map before, yeah. That's the guy that went 2 and 8 on Farah. Do you think he threw with us earlier?
Exciting times ahead. Everyone hydrated?
Hydrate your mom. Fuck you.
Barricade on the move.
Oh.
Passive out. Up and away.
Barricade. Come along.
Stuck it. Focal point locked.
Potential through wall of pre-aim.
Shake it off. Increasing altitude.
I don't know if that was on the pedal platform.
Life protects life.
Sure. Not sure that's where we want to go with things.
Mercy.
There's a robot to the barricade.
Fuck you go. Yeah. Fucking Christ. And Echo is still a fucking huge pain in the ass. That one actually fucking hit. Hilarious.
Forward spawn.
Huh? And aim assist missiles, because why not? Why fucking not, guys?
Time to kick some tail.
Establishing aerial position.
Take care.
I'm at the height of my performance.
Enemy over here. Heroes never
A lot of these guys are actually just running into my missiles. If I position them properly, they try to juke. If you aim at them, and then they run into your missiles, like the Echo. Hey, look, guys, we're actually doing shit. Isn't this crazy? Isn't it crazy how big of a difference it makes just by changing which character you're playing? And it's not because you're getting countered, it's just the character sucks so much dick that there's no way that they can actually do anything other than suck dick.
Adaptive circuit changing.
Dead. We're dead. We're alive.
I see an enemy.
Dude, her mercy! He has no HP! Bro! There we go. It's like next to impossible to actually
Barricade is pushing
fucking hit echoes. A great tree.
enemy here.
There we go. Oh! I don't think I had the right angle.
Spotted an enemy.
Yeah, Venture was, yeah. Yeah, Venture just sucks. Cool kit, cool character, does not have
Let's put a stop to that.
damage or really anything to make it viable. That's not... Bro, did you just pull me to my death? The fuck is that?
The skies await. Taking off.
I did. I would have been fine if you didn't pull me. Guess just trying to help. Best intentions.
Adaptive circuit engaged.
Life protects life.
Yeah, that works.
Stay with the roll.
Good tree.
We're almost there.
Life Weaver, like, people always... People always like shit on Lifeweaver. I guess they buffed him a bit since we last played. But his trees are actually game-changing. They really are if you play around them. You literally gave him a free kill? Yeah. I think they're trolling at the end there because we're doing too good. Hey, look, there's me. Might have got that kill if the tank didn't get nanoed. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing how if you play a character, guys, that doesn't just suck dick, you just do so much better? Like, it doesn't even have anything to do with, like... it doesn't even fucking have anything to do with, like, being countered or anything like that. They're just legit... Our characters that just suck in the game. Yeah. Venture just sucks. Venture legit just sucks. That's the way it works right now. Yep. Cool character, cool kit. Or not cool character, cool kit. Let's go with that. Cool kit. Mechanically cool character. But it just don't do enough. You're not tanky enough. You don't sustain well enough. You don't have a niche. You're an assassin. You have long cooldowns with people who are able to counterplay. I'd rate them as one of the worst characters in the game right now. DPS characters in the game. What would be worse than... What do we have here? What's worse than Venture? Reaper's definitely better than Venture. Ash, McCree are all good. Echo is better than Pharah. Hanzo, maybe? No, Hanzo's better because he can at least deliver damage from long range. Symmetra is actually pretty fun. And isn't actually shit. Yeah, no, I think of all the DPS lineup, I think Venture is actually the worst right now. Yeah. It might be, like, Hanzo is definitely down there, but he's not as bad because they get removed as one-shot, right? But he can still spam arrows, so he can still do something and kind of excel at it. Yeah, Torb even has a place now. He's tanky as shit. Yeah, Venture's just the worst. Venture is literally the worst DPS right now. Like, by far. It's not even, like, a tie with... I was thinking about maybe even a tie with Hanzo. It's not. Because Hanzo can still spam, you can still spam, like, walkways, like, kind of like, Junkrat.
Hello.
Yep, worst DPS in the game. And I think it's more of a numbers game and too much counterplay to their kit. As opposed to, like, the kit being bad or anything. I hope they don't, gut them. They don't need to, they just need to tweak the numbers on them.
2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Over there! No. I'm jumping in.
Enemy here.
I know you want it, Mercy. I know you fucking want that res. It sounds like you actually get meleeed by a Genji when you get hit by that. They use the same sound file. Oh, that's beautiful. No! It'd be nice if there's a sound change between your tanks. We got some weird shit going on here. Between your tank's wall and the enemy tank's wall. I mean, mirror matches like this are probably eventually going to go away. But I couldn't tell which one's ours and which was theirs based on sound. Got him. Oh, Mercy's gonna res though. Mercy's 100% gonna res you out. I had to do it because I could.
Always more to learn. On the move.
Venture's just a fucking turd. It's just like, you know, you think there'd be some redeeming quality. No, there's not. Venture's is bad. I'll take that. Yes. Oh! You bitch. Self-heal.
System repaired.
I did absolutely nothing with this. Oh, and a headshot in the middle of dash. Reg misses. This guy's cheating. We're just going to report him at the end. Pretty sure we're just going to report the guy at the end. But I saw something weird earlier when we were in their spawn. So occasionally you get ego toggles. By the way, I'm pretty sure we confidently have made no one ego toggle with Venture. But you get ego toggles when, like, for instance, you lock them in their spawn. Or they think someone on your team's cheating, they'll toggle on. Christ. Should have juked when I should have jocked. Oh. Hey, bud. Yeah, it's 5,000% cheating.
Justice served.
Best round. 1.
Yeah. Shit.
Score 1-0.
Not too shabby. Our DPS is getting pooped on, and their Pharah has a heal bot. So I was looking for you, and I was above your head. Yeah, this guy's 100% cheating, and he can't keep track of shit around him, which I was just basically stepping on his head. You guys missed that. While dancing around his face, and he couldn't actually find me. Well, good. Goody good.
One more win. This should be easy.
Same guy. I wanted that. I wanted this. It's mine. Brah. Casualty of war. It just, like, I can't... It is tough to describe in words, like when I was playing Venture, like, just the inferiority complex that you have when people legit can't take you seriously because you're playing such a shit character that they know that you can't do stuff. Like, that's what Venture's... the state of Venture right now. Place their healers. While Pharah isn't perfect, for instance, Pharah is a lot of fun to play. Like, do you fucking see me do that ever on Venture? No, you fucking don't. And obviously I have like 5,000 hours on Farah, but it isn't remotely fucking close. And watching, I have to fucking be careful what I'm saying. Watching while you're using their ult, and you legit, they just step on a fence, and you can't hit them with the ult? That's like Reinhardt's ult, only it's worse. It's so much worse. Like, you hit, it's kind of the same Reinhardt animation, only you can't, like, go on top of anything. Oh, they didn't make it. Like, not even remotely fucking close. Else we absolutely dominated on Farah. Hey, look, guys, we're back to primary damage dealer. Even carrying the other DPS that's poopy. And it doesn't matter. We're gonna take a look at this McCree. It seems like he changed a bit throughout the match. Like, holy fucking shit. Without Mercy Healer and carrying poop. We were carrying poop on our back. He was literally on my back and shitting himself. And we still did fine. However, if they have aimbot bots, it basically you get fucked, so. It could also be we dropped our MMR while playing Venture, and as such, it's going to take a little bit to start playing with better players again. Be the McCree. This guy? Holy fucking balls. He's like watching. He was watching the tank through the wall just now. Supreme on the tank, and then he flicks the fucking... like, he's watching the tank off screen here, guys. The tank line is sighted, and then he fired his arrow anyways, and it flicked to the Genji and then flicked back to the tank. What the fuck is this? This is the McCree. Supreme on the Ana prior to coming around the corner. It was not a direct, but it was coming up to the Ana. Supreme on the tank. His aim is legit all over the place. Went to the tank and then it went back to me. Frame on the Ana. This is what you saw. It doesn't matter what happened in the later matches. Sometimes people know you're streaming or someone whispers them or something and they change how things are going in the game. Play is heavily magnetized. Accidental target swap. You can clearly see he's trying to kill me and then he swaps to the tank as the tank comes in. When he's trying to kill me and then intentionally swaps back off the tank after he starts shooting the tank. Trying to kill me, trying to kill me. Now he's toggled to the tank. He doesn't want to kill the tank, he wants to kill me. Yep. Back to me as I'm about to die. You can hear this guy running away, I don't know why he's looking over there.
Thanks, Doc.
You call it?
Oh!
Accidentally swapping targets. Just casually swaps the tank through the wall. This guy's definitely cheating. is this guy? Alright, guys. So that's a good chaser. Once again, we went from playing Venture, where we just got absolutely shit on, to playing on Pharaoh, where we shit on people. Venture sucks dick. I think that's... Yeah, Venture really, really enjoys the dick sucking. Maybe that's why their kit does so little. Because it does. They are neither a damage dealer, nor can they tank, nor can they bruise, nor can they flank. They don't really do anything well. I'm not exactly sure what exactly Blizzard wants to do with them, but it's clearly not what's currently in the game, so... Yeah. I think we're done with Venture. I wanted to try Venture. Like I said, the kit is pretty cool. I like the kit. They just need to tweak the numbers to make things better, give them a quality of life pass, and smooth things out. Or people are going to play them. It has nothing to do with... Play them. It has nothing to do with... the kit being bad either. The kit's pretty good. The character's pretty cool. The character kit is pretty cool. The character is not very cool. But yeah, it's just they don't do numbers. They don't do numbers, and they can't escape properly. You'll literally get shit on before you get into your dig animation, before you get into the ground, and people can laser beam you when you accidentally pop out of the ground. Yeah, it just... You could buff a lot on Venture, and they'd still probably be not that bad. Like, why is the left click? Why does the left click go like 20 feet and then it explodes? It doesn't even do that much damage, and the explosion radius on it is tiny. So what? It's not even like a Junkrat spam. So what's going on with that? Like, you could give left click unlimited range, and they still wouldn't be that great. Like, maybe you don't want to do that because they'd harass healers from like kind of like a Pharah, but doesn't have the kit and can't fly, so, you know, I'm not exactly sure where you go with that. You're still going to lose out to primary damage dealers at range, like a McCree or Soldier or Ashe. Pretty cut and dry. Okay, well, enough of that, guys. That was debilitating, maybe not debilitating, demoralizing. Playing Venture was demoralizing as shit, and that's putting aside having to work around their fucking pronouns constantly so you don't misgender them, which is sometimes difficult when you're in the heat of the moment. It just makes things even worse. It's like playing a fucking mini game inside of a game. Yeah, it's not really my thing, so I don't know. The kit's cool, and hopefully they can tweak it, because it'd be a cool character if that's the case, but right now Venture doesn't do anything well, which is why no one plays them. So alrighty, we're going to call things here for this evening, guys. Tonight will be more Overwatch 2. We will be playing Rivals on the 6th. See where that goes. We should be streaming. I should be streaming over the holiday. But maybe we'll have some interruptions. We'll see. But I am out here for this evening, guys. If you are new to the stream, you enjoyed the bullshit, enjoyed the fun, you enjoyed watching me play Venture and get shit on, make sure the follow button on your select platform. I stream to Kick, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Trovo, as well as TikTok every day from late night to early morning, GMT-6, so late night North America time. I do stream for about 5 to 6 hours, give or take. It depends on my life, what's happening, etc., etc., guys. We are out of here for this evening. I guess at the very least, I crashed my MMR rating in quick play, so that allowed me to shit on enemy team, which will eventually get back to the point where everyone's basically aimbotting, so yeah. Alrighty, guys. We're out of here for this evening, guys. Thanks for watching my stream as always, and I hope you guys have a wonderfully fantastic Monday night and Tuesday morning. Have a good day, guys.